outages throughout the course of the day, whether it's our EMCs or, as you mentioned, with Georgia Power. So right now I'm going to bring in a Georgia Power spokesperson, Alicia Brown. Alicia, you and I chatted earlier today. Go ahead, give us a little status update. I am glad to see that you're inside for this interview. A little bit warmer now.
Yes, a little bit warmer. So we have been making really good progress with restoring power across the state. We still, of course, have some outages, seeing a lot of outages in Fulton and Gwinnett counties, but our crews are still out working. We still have teammates across the state and here in Metro Atlanta that have been working since early this morning to provide updates and get the power back on.
Give us a little more detail, if you will, regarding Gwinnett and Fulton. What are the crews dealing with in terms of the outages in those areas?
So ICE has been, of course, the issue of the word of the day, really, but dealing with a lot of down lines and down trees and down tree limbs, and repairing those lines and removing those trees safely. So that's of course, one of the tips that we like to give customers. If you do have a tree or branches that have fallen near you or that are near lines, please do not try to remove those yourself. Let us come out and safely do so. They may not look like they're energized, but they can be, and that could be potentially hazardous.
Can you talk us through how Georgia Power and your crews, when they're in the field or whether you're back at the command center, how do you prioritize which areas you go to first in terms of these repairs?
So, of course, safety is our number one priority. So, we make sure we prioritize hospitals, police departments, anything that is helpful to public safety and health. And then, as far as what areas we go to, we tend to try to do whatever we can to get the power back on in areas where the damage isn't as extensive and it's a more of an easy fix, and then continue to work on those areas that where the restoring the power requires a little more work.
Now, the good news is, as you mentioned off the top, we're starting to see some of those numbers come down from when you and I spoke earlier today. That is so great to see. I know a lot of people are relieved to have the lights on, especially now that the sun has gone down and is so cold out. But as we go through the course of the night, what is the Georgia Power team watching? What are you monitoring? What are your main concerns into the wee hours of the morning?
So we are continuing to fight against the elements, of course, with low temperatures and possible roads freezing. So just making sure that we're keeping our crews safe while they continue to work around the clock. As I said before, they've been working since last night to try to get everyone's power back on. So they will continue to do so as long as it's safe to do so.
And I imagine this takes a huge coordination of agencies because one part is power, which is you guys, but then we also have to deal with the down trees and getting the debris removal and everything. Just walk us through a little bit of how those pieces of the puzzle are fitting together behind the scenes and really getting the power back on for Jordans.
Yeah, so we have a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on with getting the lights back on. So we have a whole team at our command center. We have engineers, we have our vegetation management, we have lots of little different pockets of teams that are cohesively working together to send each other messages and get updates so we can get it to our people that are out in the field to get the lights back on. So with if we assess damage, our crews go out and they'll assess some damage, and then our vegetation crew will come out and clear that area so they can get to work safely. So it's a lot that there's a lot of steps that goes into keeping the lights on. Sometimes we wish it was a little easier, but we have to make sure we do our due diligence and keep our crews safe and take the necessary steps to keep the lights on.
You know, we've been talking constantly about the need for people to stay off the roads and let various agencies and crews work, whether it's GDOT or Georgia Power. One of our crews this morning, thankfully it was light up, but a line was down, and they said had it been dark, they very well may not have seen that line in the middle of the road, and that could have been a really bad situation.
Right.
What
Mhm.
reminders do you want us to keep repeating and for people to hear, especially now that we're once again dealing with the dark?
Yeah, so you want to just remember to stay vigilant and follow any of the protocol and instructions by local and state officials. Also, if you see our crews working, and then please try to stay on the other side of the street to make sure that you're not a danger to yourself or to our crews while they're working. And you can also get up to date outage alerts through georgiapower.com/storm. You can sign up for text alerts and get real-time updates. And also, our outage map is updated in real time to give you an idea of where outages are and when the is estimated to be restored.
And we can vouch for that because we have been refreshing a lot behind the scenes to watch this all unfold. Thank you so much, Alicia Brown with Georgia Power. We're so grateful for your time, not just once today, but twice. Thanks for letting us chat with you, and thanks for all you do and the crews are doing to get those lights back on for those that are sitting in the dark right now. We know that you are hard at work, and we're very grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for everyone who's tuned in throughout the course of the past 24 hours and all the while we've been talking about this winter storm coverage. Of course, we're going to keep you updated. You can always find the very latest information on 11 Alive Plus, be it the power outage or road conditions, and of course, weather. Again, you can find it all on 11 Alive Plus. Thanks for joining us.